Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. Today we are going to be playing a Pilana Grail deck that I pulled off of the front of Netrunner DB. Let's find a game and see how we do. I love Grail Engine Techie. Yeah, let's do it. A little background from one of my favorite stories from the Arthurian cycles, Gawain and the Green Knight. Hope everybody's doing well. We're only one day in and it's already kind of been a weird week for me. But such is life. So the basic idea of the deck is rush the shit out of this with low cost, high subroutine ice. Use Mumbad City Grid to drop a piece of Grail to the next position, so they have to re-encounter it, so it gets more subroutines. And then other than that, it's just get money, rush the Nises. Come on, opponent. Man, I am tired today. I'm telling you. So much Worlds prep. I'm excited that the new Star Wars trailer came out. So Smoke continues to do well. I've been editing this same Smoke deck, so the win-loss percentages is a little weird, but even so, 70% win percentage with Smoke is still pretty damn good. Come on, somebody join the freaking game. There we go. Good morning, James. We would like a money card in our opening hand. Thank you. Oh, and this is perfect. No agendas. Let's hit the video mode and give them the old GLHF. I'm gonna give you all a history lesson if you don't mind, or not a history lesson because none of this shit actually happened. But insert Gawain in the Green Knight. Gawain is the most knightly of all of King Arthur's men, and that's what the pentagram stands for, or the pentacle. He has the 5 virtues of being a knight in perfect harmony, but he comes up against his match when he meets the Green Knight and a mysterious other nice knight that takes him in, and he has to choose between his guestly duties of honoring what his host asks of him, and his duties to follow a woman's instructions when the nice knight's wife wants him to romance her and blah blah blah, because the story is meant to point out that the way that knights were imagined by the people writing the Arthurian cycle was kind of ridiculous. This notion that to be a good knight, you had to always be chivalrous and do what a woman said, and you also had to, you know, be a perfect man and never break your bonds of loyalty. But those two things were in conflict because of the differing roles that women and men had. It's very interesting. It's a rare reflection on the time in the Arthurian cycle. Morning, Chris. Morning, Paul. Morning, James. Not gonna go for it. Okay. Omar? I'm gonna guess Omar. Let's see, they're gonna rebirth it too. Yep. So we just gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Morning, Thomas. Ah, this tastes pretty good. So let's go ahead and res that. Don't hit the Nisei. Thank you. Komainu is going to be a tough sell for our opponent. I feel good about how that went. James, that's not a bad idea. Put all that money back in there. I love that this is on archives. I had a sense that there might be a rebirth in there. So having this, probably one of the most expensive ice in the game for Anarchs to break, just kind of shuts Omar off. This is what always happens to me when I play these types of decks. We have these huge scoring windows, and in that period of time, I can't draw an agenda. Because like right now would be an ideal time. I'm teasing that I could have an agenda in hand by leaving one out of the revealed cards. Just give me a Nisei to jam into that server, please. gotta try to jam. I mean, okay. So now that we have a strong money advantage, we can just kind of jam. This is pretty bad. We're in bad shape. We need to see an agenda before our opponent does and close this game. This is our out. This is it. This is all we got. And then we gotta basically just hope they don't steal. How much money he has here is going to dictate whether or not he can get into R&D, so this is pretty mission critical. This is going to be close. He picked them out of R&D for the most part. Makua is the worst. I'm pretty sure we're probably just gonna lose here. Because we lost our preemptives and our CVSs. Yeah, we are so gonna lose. Yep, good game. So, initial thoughts, I think this has a similar vulnerability to a lot of decks of this type, where it's just, like, I had 2 separate instances in that game where I had multiple turns scoring windows and the deck just didn't give me any agendas. So by the time I was actually ready to jam, the runner was completely able to exploit my weaker centrals. You get an agenda, and you get an agenda, and you get an agenda. More hedge funds than your body has room for. So much money. Look at that. Turn 2, 22 credits. Alright, now we just need something that says end the run on it. Preferably while Fisky Dingo over here is still poor. He does have a really nice vest. He's got like a double vest with like a motorcycle jacket. Ooh. Yeah, we're not having that. Oh, thank you. That actually helps a lot. I don't think scarcity is going to be a huge value this game. Jam it. So this is something that I see a lot of people do on Runner, and I've been guilty of it on this channel as well, where things start not going your way, and instead of implying pressure, you spend money. And I don't really get it. It's something that with how fast the game is right now, like, you can't really do this. You can't really be like, well, my opponent's really running away with the game. Let me make it so that they don't res ice and spend money. Spend my money instead. Because I'm Maui. Advance, 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 score. On Thursday at 9:30 Eastern Time, I'm actually going to be on the A&R Top Deck Twitch channel. I'm going to be the featured match against Sam Czar. This week, I'm going to be playing Smoke and Scorpios. So this is GG. This is Polana gotta go fast. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna put down their killer. Golden. Wow. So we're gonna res. Friends, don't let friends use 2 breakers that cost 5 or more. You get 1 of those in a rig. You don't get 2 of them. Good game. So yeah, when it does its thing, it really does its thing and kind of just runs away with the game. It's got what plants crave. This is especially gnarly for MK Ultra and Black Orchestra, because adding multiple subroutines onto these rails can just really be nuts. I almost want to try to get a third Cyberdex in here because of the stupid Amakoa bullshit. But yeah, it looks nice and tight, looks nice and quick. It just has a lot of the same foils that I would see for a rush deck, where if you don't find the agendas early, you know, your ice is taxing, but it's not all powerful. So if you don't, you know, get that early Nisei score, get to 4 points pretty soon, you're gonna have a very tough time closing the game. I mean, I like Agroplex because it helps us find the agenda. Well, Fisk, Undead, Fisk is very hard to play, and his ability is really helpful to rush decks. So, the other thing that's kind of weird about Fisk compared to a lot of the other criminal IDs is, you know, Gabe, if he actually manages to get in, he gets $2. You have to get into a central just to do something that could end up being beneficial to me. So his base ability is very questionable, especially up against a rush deck or being up against Jinteki Ice, because you can't just base check your way through stuff. I mean, I don't think that it's necessarily a piloting issue on your part. I don't think Fisk really works in general. I've tried to make him work, even in this post meta, but like making the Corp draw 1 card is really good for the Corp, generally speaking. So yeah. Also, the comment that I made, if you go back and watch it, is you had Inversificator and Golden. I think a good rule to remember is you get to have 1 expensive, really efficient breaker if you want to maintain tempo, and I think Inversificator is a good choice, but you can't have 2 5 or more cost breakers that you're using as your standards. Get some Mongooses in that deck, like, because that broke you. You had no ability to contest that remote after installing that Golden. Yeah, and also Golden is really inefficient for a lot of the ice that's very popular right now. Yeah, I would say get like 2 Mongooses in there, or a Mongoose and a Fem. That way, if you have a lot of money in the late game, you can use Fem. Yeah. But anyway, I have to head to work, everybody. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come hang out with me and watch me play Netrunner. If you like what we're doing, please consider becoming a patron or giving me a one-time tip by looking at the links in the show notes. And until I see you all again, always be running. Or always be renovating.